From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings Lalate.
Monday, March 8th, 2021, and it's Mornings Lalate. Your $1,400 third stimulus check has passed the Senate. The bill will be voted by the House on Tuesday. And the bill could become law and signed by the President of the United States on Tuesday evening. But major details are revealed even today that we never saw before from the bill that could get you a lot more money than even known yesterday. A push is already underway for forced stimulus to have reoccurring stimulus checks. A nation hears details about new unemployment numbers this morning, and it questions how soon the fourth stimulus package could be happening. But now, as a Monday awaits, a whole nation awaits that third stimulus check to start landing in bank accounts later this week. Meantime, the Dow and the Nasdaq futures are relatively flat from Santa Monica to across the land. I have all the great financial news for you this Monday morning. For the Net's leading financial news show, it's the first hour of Mornings Lalate, starting right now. The Dow is trading up slightly. The Nasdaq was positive 62 points just a few minutes ago, but now the Nasdaq has turned to the negative. Microsoft's flat, Apple's down slightly, Walmart down just a share, and then Tesla up a few dollars. This is amid new report from Goldman Sachs that says there's a hiring boom underway across this country, and that hiring boom could show us back to full reemployment at the end of this year, not next year. Janet Yellen spoke minutes ago about the situation as well. Did she agree with the new Goldman Sachs reports about where unemployment's going across this country? Meantime, the 10-year Treasury yield is going higher. How high is it and how that can impact your stimulus? I have all the details as well. Finally, the bill that the president will sign into law on Tuesday surprisingly has another new provision in it that you did not even hear Sunday. It's really a great provision that'll save you $5,000 to $20,000. I have all the detail starting right now. Good morning. The toast is toasting. The butter is buttering. I'm here. You're here. And if you have student loan debt forgiveness, you're going to have another $5,000, $10,000 in your bank account because of a major development unearthed this morning on this channel. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do. This channel is literally going to save you thousands of dollars, whether it's understanding that your unemployment benefits from 2020 now have a $10,000 tax-free feature to it, which didn't even exist just a few days ago, or that your student loan debt forgiveness may now be anchored with a tax-free implication about that as well. Or it's the reopening of plans across the country under third stimulus that literally have 2 seconds till they open and then 2 seconds till they run out of money. And it's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. You got to get this money right now. It's free to subscribe, but it costs you a lot of money to just lose thousands of dollars if you weren't watching. So hit that subscribe button right now. I'm going to get right to the details. There's a lot happening this morning. And who is in the room? Let me first say hello to the family. Who is in here? There's Gunnar and there's Dennis and there is William and Lou and Sandy and Nanette Moss. And there's CT and Connie. Team Angel, how are you? There's Crayola King and there's W. Bardette. And there is Sandy and John Grenier and Christy Brown. How are you? Goldman Sachs released a number this morning, which is really quite surprising about unemployment numbers. Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary, spoke about that. Meantime, there is a new surprises about student loan debt forgiveness and Treasury yields. I'll be getting to that shortly in this recording, but first let's get to the breaking developments. The President of the United States will sign into law on Tuesday your third stimulus check bill. Congratulations, you have done it. You have done it. It is all because of you. Congratulations, big congratulations. If you're subscribed to this channel, you know why it's Tuesday. Someone said, why didn't he just sign it on Sunday? Because it has to go back to the House. There's nothing for him to sign yet. It has to go back to the House. The House will vote on it on Tuesday, and then the president signs into the law. Stimulus checks will go out later this week. Yes, really exciting, great news. Now, thank you, Amy, for becoming a Purple Hawk. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Why? Because I can save you thousands of dollars for the mere membership of this channel. I'm going to show you how in the next few weeks you will qualify for at least $5,000 under the third stimulus package if you made less than $49,000. But on top of that, I'm going to show you how there's going to be programs that are going to open with thousands of dollars for you and then close as quickly as you can say, clap on, clap off. You don't want to be clapping off because you didn't become a member and miss thousands of dollars. Just because of you wanted to miss $5,000? It just doesn't make sense. Let's get to the details. The $14 stimulus check as the earphone drops. Thank you, Angela, for becoming for the dancing pear. It's a dancing pear. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. The $14 stimulus check will be coming to you as early as the end of this week. Thank you, Cheryl, for the super chat. It's $1,400 if you made less than $75,000, $1,400 if you made less than $150,000 for a married couple, $14 for children, $14 for adult dependents, $14 for double it for a married couple. You need to have a social security number. The adult stimulus check will go to the adult dependents stimulus check will go to the person whose tax return they appear on. If you're missing a stimulus check, request it from line 30 of Form 1040. And finally, it goes off the most recent tax return you have on file for income eligibility. Thank you, Eddie, for the winged lemon. It goes off of your most recently filed tax return to determine the income eligibility. Next, the COBRA benefits are now cheaper under the third stimulus. This is new. COBRA benefits, it's new since second stimulus. COBRA benefits will be paid by the U.S. government from April 1st to September 30th. And then the premiums for those benefits will cost no more than 8.5% of your modified gross income. If you have a child, age 5 to newborn, they will get $5,000 of stimulus check. $1,400 stimulus check comes with yours, and then they will get $3,600 paid $300 a month starting the month of July. More about that income eligibility in a second for their check. And if you have a child 17 to 6, $250 a month or $3,000 over a year, plus a $14 stimulus check. Now, let's go to that check just for a second. What does the income eligibility get it? The income eligibility is the same as the stimulus check income eligibility. Individual, single parent, $75,000 or less, married couple, $150,000 or less. Here's great news about that check. If you make more than $75,000, don't worry, because you still will get these checks, just a little bit less. That's really great news. Then there's the child care tax credit, detailed and exclusively revealed first on this channel before anywhere else. I had it in January. It's now heading into law. Monica, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Monica to the room. If you have child care costs, you can deduct 50% of them, up to $4,000 for one child, and up to $8,000 for two or more children. Let's go over to hazard pay. Hazard pay will be $1,502 if you're age 19 or older. There's no age bracket or age limit on the high end, and made less than $25,000 during the pandemic as an essential worker. There is money for rental assistance, $27 billion. What I want you to look at for the rental assistance, especially if you're a member, is the last line, because it's going to say eligibility 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the last one is the really easy one to qualify for. Or you have experienced financial hardship because of the pandemic. Doesn't mean you have to be behind your rent, just you suffer financial hardship. Very easy. Yeah, bombshell. as I used to say in 2020. Bombshell. Don't have to be behind on the rent. Just have you suffered financial hardship. There's money for low-income rent, middle-class rent. Homeless people getting into shelters. There's money for mortgage assistance as well. And this is also really shocking, great news. If you didn't see me yesterday, you're hearing it for the first time right now. Mortgage property owners will not only get money for their mortgage payments, privately held mortgages, but also for their utility bills and other housing costs. Wow. A lot of you always ask, I'm a property owner. How about my other property owner costs? Yes, they are included in there. Are you dancing? Is a dancing pair yet at home? I think you should be. There is Heather. How are you for becoming a Purple Hawk? Look, we're only 10 minutes in this video. Look how much information you have gotten. And there's Sandy. Wow, Sandy, upgrading to Purple Power. Thank you, Sandy. And there's Brandit. Everyone welcome Brandit. Everyone thanks Sandy for upgrading. And everyone welcome Heather Smith to the family. Wow, there's Ann Mo. Welcome for becoming a Purple Power. Everyone welcome Ann Mo. Look how much information we have. I'm just starting. I'm only 10 minutes in. What is this? This is a 6-hour programming block. I have 6 hours of live shows with you today. You don't need broadcast news. You just have me. I'm the extended family member. Just leave out some water in the corner for me. 2 hours of morning to LA, 2 hours of noontime LA, and 2 hours of afternoon to LA. I cover breaking developments across the board. I'm helping you get financially stable in 2021. You won't be tracking checks, you'll be cashing checks. Let's go to unemployment. Okay, so unemployment, you saw this surprising detail from me yesterday. Let me go over it again. It takes a second to say it, and it may be a lot for people to digest because it's a little bit strange. But UI, PUA, FPUC, PEUC will be extended from March to September 6th. You stay on claim. You won't go off claim. Very easy. FPUC will be $300 a week, not $400 a week. And PUA will now give you 79 total weeks, up from 50. PEUC will give you now 53 weeks, up from 24. Your mixed earner supplement, that $100 weekly payment, will continue through September 6th, and the bill will provide that FPUC does not count as income for SNAP, Medicaid, or children's health insurance, but the mixed earner $100 does. Now, the FPUC, this is where I ran the math for you on Saturday night, and I delivered the news to you on Sunday. The bill adds the following change. This is one of two major changes in the bill from the House. The bill provides that the first $10,200 of your unemployment payments in the year 2020, last year, are tax-free. That means your UI and FPUC, or your PUA and FPUC, the first $10,200 is tax-free if your income is less than $150,000. If you've already filed your tax return, you need to go do an amended return. I'll have a lot more about that later in today's videos because it takes a few minutes. Let me just tell you, I ran the math. You're making money on the deal. You're making money on the deal if your tax bracket is 24%. Or higher, and if 25% or higher, and if your tax bracket is 10%, it's the same if FPUC would be $400 a week. And who else is in the room? There's Blossom, and there's Stephanie, and there's Rhonda, there's Crayola, and there's Connie. How is everyone? If you have not hit that subscribe button, hit it right now. Hit it right now. I have a big surprising development for you that's just hitting this morning. And the surprising development, again, from the stimulus package, before I even get to Wall Street news, is that the senators slipped in another new provision. The new provision concerns student loan debt forgiveness. This is huge. How does it work? It's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. What is it? How does it work? I'll tell you right after this commercial break. Be back in 60 seconds.
Right. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join Lalate Daily for the excitement of the new Lalate live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings Lalate at 9 a.m. Home Lalate returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons Lalate at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on Lalate.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is Lalate.
There's a surprising item in the third stimulus check bill that will save you upwards of $10,000. Not a few $100s, $10,000. This is huge, great news that no one saw coming, and I'm going to tell you right now how it works. Are you excited? I'm excited. First, hit that subscribe button. I'm literally saving you thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, or making you tens of thousands of dollars. So it's free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. This channel's been on fire. Biggest growth it's ever seen in 3 months. This channel broke all YouTube records a few weeks ago. In its first 9 months, 100 million views. This channel has gotten viewers $25 million in EIDL through the spring of 2020. And since October has gotten viewers $250,000 of purple. That's second stimulus money, and that's coming up in about 30 minutes, about 15 minutes after this show, from where I am in this show. So what is this big development? Student loan debt forgiveness. The Senate slid in a bill provision into the third stimulus package that was not in the House, that no one knew about until late yesterday, this morning. The provision does not create student loan debt forgiveness. Remember, there's a standalone bill in the Senate to forgive $50,000 of student loan debt. Rather, is what it does is it cancels out the debt obligation for it to the IRS. What is this? Let me explain. If the federal government canceled out $50,000 of debt, student loan debt for you right today, and your tax bracket was $24,000, guess what? Even though they're canceling out the student loan debt, you still have to pay taxes on the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. You'd have to write the IRS a check for $11,000. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to anymore. The bill has a provision in there that the canceling out of student loan debt forgiveness, if it does happen in the United States, will also have a provision that the debt obligation for purposes of the IRS is also canceled out. Again, student loan debt forgiveness is not yet law. It's a bill in the Senate. And if it passes, you would still have to pay the IRS over $10,000 right away that year when they forgive $50,000 of taxes. You'd have to actually write an $11,000 check right away. The bill in the Senate cancels out that IRS obligation. Congratulations. This is why I stay with you. Whether it's $10,200 of your unemployment, which is now forgiven or not taxable in the year 2020, or this, your student loan debt forgiveness, which now, if it becomes law, which likely it will, you won't have to pay nearly $11,000 on it. This is huge. Please hit that subscribe button and hit it right now. Now, let me cut to what's happening on Wall Street, because this is really interesting. You and I know that forced stimulus is around the corner. Why? Because mass vaccination of this country will be achieved in the month of May. And the fourth stimulus package is the reopening stimulus package. You got it. What about the fifth stimulus package? We understand the fifth stimulus package is later this year. Or is it? A new report from Goldman Sachs looks at the current unemployment rate, which is at 6.2%, and says, oh, we disagree with the White House. We think we're going to be at 4.1% unemployment at the end of this year, not the end of the next year. We think we could actually go to 3.5% or better. They're basically saying, get ready, unemployment may be back to where it was pre-pandemic by the end of this year. Okay, so this is a big one. This is a big one. Goldman Sachs' economist Joseph Biggs wrote in a note that he thinks that as soon as all this country opens up, especially leisure and travel, that you will see 3.5% unemployment, or at least somewhere around 4 by the end of this year. What does this mean for you? It means that forced stimulus is going to happen, but you really want that fifth stimulus to happen right away as well. Because if forced stimulus starts in May and suddenly you see unemployment zooming down to 4%, well, do you think you're going to get fifth stimulus? Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary, spoke this morning, and she said she doesn't see this happening. She does not agree with the Goldman Sachs report. She sees that we're not going to be back to full reemployment until next year. Alicia, thank you for the dancing pair. She says basically, even though economic numbers are better now than when she was last interviewed about 2 weeks ago, she says we're still not going to be back to full reemployment, which means, oh, thank goodness, a fifth stimulus package later this year. And she was asked whether she's concerned about inflation, which is cost of goods and everything for you. She says, why would I be worried about inflation? We had 3.5% unemployment when we went into this pandemic, and we didn't have inflation. We did not have inflation. So why is low unemployment an indicator of inflation? Can we just do mic drop on that one? I love her. It's a great remark. I mean, why is better inflation why is better unemployment a suggestion we're having inflation? It's not. It's just sort of silly. We appreciate your help with so much. And hazard pay. Is there any other hazard pay? There is no other hazard pay at the moment, Jennifer. But for stimulus, Jennifer with a great question. There's Sally K with a super chat. So Jennifer's question is basically, how about hazard pay? Well, guess what? If you didn't tune over the weekend, for stimulus, the next stimulus package is starting to become what I call strong arm stimulus, where Democrats in the Senate are saying, you know what? You didn't give it to us in the third stimulus, give it to us in the fourth. If you've been with this channel for a while, you know that even though something may not have been in a stimulus package, it can come back in the next stimulus package. Case in point, EIDL grant was really not in 2 stimulus packages in a row and is coming back now in third. Well, guess what? Democrats, 11 of them, are demanding reoccurring stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus package. Yes, a check every month. That's Bernie Sanders among the people who wrote the letter. Ron Wyden, who also supports the stimulus checks reoccurring, told viewers this channel he would support FPUC retro being paid from July to December in the fourth stimulus package if you get enough Democratic senators. Number 3, there's no reason why not. We can't get a stronghold or strong arm for SSI and SSDI Social Security and Railroad benefits in the fourth stimulus package of $200 a month on top of your existing benefits if enough Democrats hold out the vote in the Senate. And finally, hazard pay. The president campaigned over and over and over and over and over again about hazard pay. He has given literally not $1 for hazard pay. He's given $1,500 for people 19 and over who made less than $25,000 during the pandemic for hazard pay. So if you made $26,000, you're not getting hazard pay. The president absolutely should be strong-armed in the third stimulus package, fourth stimulus package by Democrats asking for hazard pay. There's Sue, and there is Patricia. Who else is in the room? There's Janice and Antoinette and Linda and Lou Parker. Thank you, Sue, for the super chat. And there is Diane, and there's Helen Davis. Thank you, Brenda, for the dancing pear. Who else is in the room? And then there's Kathy and Gail, Sandy and Helen and John and Maggie and Antoinette again. And there's Crayola King. Happy morning, Ashley. And there's D. Wade and the skipper and Billy Jones. And there's Chef Roberto. Are you all going to stay with me throughout the day? You better. Don't just tune in the morning and then tune off. Let me get, where am I? Here I am. I want to make something very clear. This channel is not a channel for you just tune in at 9 o'clock and then see me again at 10 o'clock at night. The whole universe could change by then. This is a live channel with 6 hours of live programming. You could see the stock market crashed 800 points in just one recording, in one 30-minute recording. It happened last week. You could see a major development unfold about a bill, like the introduction of SSI's wealth tax bill a week ago today. You could see a major development hit. Now, I understand you got a lot of things to do in your life, but don't disappear and feel that you are completely updated for all your news because you watched one morning's Lalate show. No, there's too much news in a given day, and that is why I don't want you to miss anything. If you miss something, it could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. In this recording, I have yet to still go over the business grants. There's a lot of money in here, this stimulus package for business grants. Phase one, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of money in here for the business grants. Those business grants are really incredible. But what's really incredible about them is they open and they close faster than Charlie Tuna's can. You blink, they're gone. There's another EIDL grant of $5,000 if you have less than 10 employees, that's you, and you had a downturn of your business by 30 or 50%, that's you. There is money for restaurants based upon a calculation of 2020 gross receipts subtracted from 2019 gross receipts. And what does that grant pay for? It pays for a lot of things, all the way down to even operational expenses. How it works, I'll go over it on our noontime show, Business Lunch. It's about, I think, 11:30 Pacific Standard Time, that show. I'll go over all that as well. Meantime, there's breaking developments all across the board on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. That $200 a month did not get into this bill, obviously, but it can now get into law, not one, not two, but 4 different ways. And I'll be explaining that at the top of the hour in about 35 minutes from now at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But coming up next in just 2 minutes is Purple. $5, $10, $15, $20,000. Money right now. Money for rent, utilities, food, and internet. If you got money for rent, utilities, and food from this channel in October, go get it again. Go get it again. I do not want you to be tracking the arrival date of the third stimulus check. I want you to be cashing other checks right now. And as Wall Street trading up shortly for the new day, unemployment numbers still a battleground of contention among the White House and Wall Street. The excitement is far from over. If you've not hit that subscribe button, hit it right now. Be part of the fastest growing, most informed, most educated, and most enjoyable and caring, loving family on social media. Stay with me as Purple gets underway in just 3 minutes. on Mornings Lalate.